BBC News. For a third day, the UN Security Council has delayed voting on a resolution that would call for a suspension of fighting in Gaza. Talks are taking place to achieve wording that would not prompt a US veto. It's reported from Cairo that talks between Hamas and Egyptian negotiators ended for the day without results. The Israeli military says its ground forces inside Gaza City have found tunnel infrastructure, including a spiral staircase and a lift that may have been a base for Hamas leaders. Wednesday saw intensified fighting in both northern and southern Gaza. Venezuela's President Nicolas Maduro has welcomed Washington's release of Alex Saab, a Colombian-born businessman close to Mr. Maduro who'd been facing money laundering charges in the US. In return, 30 people, Americans and Venezuelans, are being freed from Venezuelan prisons. Argentinians have held their first big street protest against the new government's shock economic policies. Groups representing jobless people led the march. The opposition in the Democratic Republic of Congo says Wednesday's elections were marred by fraud and mismanagement. Polling will be extended into Thursday. Separatist Tuareg forces in northern Mali have begun a campaign to block major roads. They and the army are battling to fill a vacuum created by the departure of UN peacekeepers. President Macron of France has insisted a controversial new law on immigration will help keep the far right out of power. The far right National Rally helped pass the legislation, making it harder for people to bring their families to France. London says it regrets a decision by Dublin to mount a legal challenge to a law that gives conditional amnesty for crimes committed during the Northern Ireland conflict. BBC News.